Have you ever felt drained, belittled, or constantly on edge in your relationship? This is more than just a simple question. It's an invitation to reflect, to look inward, and to examine the dynamics of your relationship. In an ideal world, relationships would be a source of joy, support, and shared growth. Unfortunately, not all relationships fit this description. Some instead can be categorized as toxic. But what does it mean to be in a toxic relationship? Imagine a plant that's constantly exposed to harsh sunlight without any shade or water. It withers, it dries up, it loses its vitality. This is what a toxic relationship can do to a person. It drains your energy, undermines your self-esteem, and keeps you in a perpetual state of anxiety. The signs, though not always visible to the naked eye, are there. Constant criticism, for instance, is a clear red flag. If your partner is always picking at your flaws, belittling your achievements, or making you feel less than you are, then you are dealing with toxicity. Another sign is a lack of support. A relationship should be a partnership, a team. If your partner is not there to cheer you on, to help you in times of need, or to share in your triumphs and failures, it's time to question the health of your relationship. Controlling behavior is yet another hallmark of a toxic relationship. If your partner dictates what you should do, who you should see, or how you should behave, you're not in a relationship, you're in a dictatorship. Dishonesty and constant conflict also indicate a toxic environment. When trust is eroded and peace is replaced with endless quarrels, the relationship becomes a breeding ground for pain and frustration. Being in a toxic relationship can have serious effects on your mental and physical health. It can lead to stress, depression, anxiety, and even physical ailments. Recognizing that you are in a toxic relationship is the first step towards freedom. This recognition is not a sign of failure, but a beacon of hope, a light at the end of a tunnel beckoning you towards a healthier, happier life. Once you've identified that you're in a toxic relationship, the next step is preparing to leave. This is a step that requires careful planning and execution. It's like preparing for a journey, but this journey is about your safety, your peace of mind, and your future. One of the first things you need to do is secure your personal documents. These are your passport, driver's license, birth certificate, and any other identification documents you may have. It's important to have these in a safe place where they can't be tampered with. You may need them to establish your identity, secure accommodation, or even seek employment in the future. Next, you need to arrange for a place to stay. This could be with a trusted friend or family member who understands your situation and supports your decision. Alternatively, you could look into local shelters or organizations that help individuals leaving toxic relationships. The key is to find a place where you feel safe and can have some peace of mind. Now, depending on your situation, it might be necessary to seek legal advice. This is particularly important if you're married to the toxic person, have children with them, or have shared assets. Legal advice can help you understand your rights and the best way to navigate the separation process. There are numerous agencies and organizations that offer free or low-cost legal counsel, so don't feel like you're alone in this. Remember, it's crucial to plan your departure carefully and privately. The toxic partner should not be aware of your plans until you're safely away. This might require some strategic planning and even some acting on your part, but it's worth it. It's also important to remember that while leaving a toxic relationship can be challenging, it's a journey towards a healthier, happier life. It might seem daunting, but every step you take brings you closer to a life free of toxicity. Preparation is key to safely leaving a toxic relationship. It's like having a roadmap for your journey to freedom. With the right preparation, you can navigate this journey successfully and find your way to a life where you're respected, cherished, and free to be yourself. Once everything is in place, it's time to take the leap and leave. This step, while necessary, may be the most challenging part of your journey. It's a monumental decision, but remember, it's a step towards a healthier, happier you. When leaving a toxic relationship, it's paramount to ensure your safety. If you're uncertain or scared, it can be beneficial to have a trusted friend or family member present during this transition. This individual can provide emotional support and help ensure your safety during this time. However, there may be circumstances where leaving when the partner isn't home is the best option. This can help avoid any confrontations or potential harm. Remember, your safety is the priority. It's not about being fair or polite. It's about protecting yourself. It's also essential to have a plan. Know where you're going to stay, how you're going to get there, and what you're going to do once you're out. Planning in advance can help reduce stress and uncertainty during this critical time. Informing local authorities about your situation can also be an important step, particularly if you fear for your safety. They can provide advice, resources, and sometimes even assistance in leaving a dangerous situation. Keep in mind it's okay to feel a myriad of emotions during this time. You might feel relief, sadness, fear, or even guilt. These feelings are normal. It's part of the process. Don't rush yourself. Healing takes time, and it's okay to move at your own pace. Remember, leaving a toxic relationship is not a sign of weakness, but a testament to your strength. It's a brave decision, one that requires courage and resolve. You are taking control of your life, prioritizing your happiness and well-being. And finally, remember that you're not alone. Reach out to supportive friends, family, or organizations dedicated to helping people in your situation. They can provide comfort, advice, and a sense of community during this challenging time. Leaving may be the most difficult step, but it's also the most liberating. You're on the threshold of a new chapter in your life, a chapter filled with possibilities, growth, and self-discovery. Leaving a toxic relationship is a big step, but what comes after can be just as challenging. After the act of stepping away from a toxic relationship, it's crucial to surround yourself with a supportive network. Friends, family, or even professional help can provide a safe space for you to express your feelings and emotions. These are the people who truly care about your well-being and can offer the kind of understanding and compassion that you need at this time. Seeking professional support is also an important part of the healing process. Therapists or counselors are equipped with the knowledge and skills to guide you through your journey of recovery. They can provide you with strategies to cope with any lingering feelings of guilt, shame, or fear, and help you understand that what you experienced was not your fault. Rebuilding your life after leaving a toxic relationship isn't about going back to who you were before. It's about creating a new version of yourself, one who is stronger, wiser, and more resilient. This process won't happen overnight. It might take weeks, months, or even years, but remember, you're not alone. One of the key steps during this phase is to cut off contact with your toxic partner. This can be incredibly difficult, especially if the relationship was a long one. But maintaining contact can lead to falling back into the same harmful cycle. Focusing on self-care is another essential aspect of the healing process. This involves taking care of your physical, emotional, and mental health. You might find solace in activities like meditation, exercise, reading, or simply spending time in nature. In the end, it's about understanding that you deserve love, respect, and kindness. You deserve to be in a relationship where you feel valued and cherished, not one where you're constantly walking on eggshells. Rebuilding your life after leaving a toxic relationship is a journey of self-discovery and healing. It's about finding yourself again, embracing your worth, and moving forward with the confidence and courage to never settle for less than you deserve. Leaving a toxic relationship is a journey that requires courage, planning, and support. It's a journey that no one should have to embark on alone, and it's a journey that, unfortunately, too many of us are familiar with. Let's take a moment to reflect on the key points we've discussed today. First, we examined the signs of a toxic relationship. Remember, these can be subtle and easy to overlook, especially when you're in the thick of it. Emotional manipulation, constant criticism, and controlling behaviors are just a few of the red flags to be aware of. Next, we tackled the subject of preparation. Leaving a toxic relationship isn't something you just do on a whim. It requires careful planning and forethought. Consider where you'll go, who you'll turn to for support, and how you'll handle any potential backlash from your partner. It's a daunting task, but remember, you're not alone. There are organizations and individuals ready to lend a hand when you need it. We then delved into the act of leaving itself. This step can be the most challenging, but it's also the most crucial. Stand firm in your decision, maintain your boundaries, and remember why you're doing this. It's for your health, your happiness, and your future. Lastly, we explored the healing process that comes after the departure. This is a time for self-care, self-discovery and growth. It's a time to rebuild your sense of self-worth and to learn to love again, but this time in a healthy and respectful way. It's important to remember that this journey is not a linear one. There will be ups and downs, setbacks and victories, but with each step you take, you're moving closer to a life free from toxicity and full of potential. Remember, you deserve a relationship that brings you happiness and respect. Don't be afraid to seek help and take the steps to leave a toxic relationship. You are worth it, and there's a whole community out there ready to support you on this journey.